Hey guys, Jesse here from TradeOnTheFly.com, aka Cycle on Wall Street. Doing a quick vid to give you guys an idea of what we're talking about when in Trade on the Fly you see a Twitter post or you see us mention the dance party. The dance party is an analogy that we use in order to help us visualize what's going on with volume and what we need to see prior to a breakout happening. And we call that the dance party. And really all it is a visual tool to help us, again, understand and analyze what's going on in the volume compared to how a dance party unfolds. So this is the dance party. So let's talk about what it is. In the TOF chat room, we like to refer to a breakout as a dance party. Think 1950s, 60s, where people crammed into a dance hall. The breakout is what happens when the gym is packed. The punch bowl is empty, the DJ is lit, and the floor is shaken. This analogy is to help understand why volume is so important. This is a breakout. So where is the dance? This is important. You want to look for dances that everyone else can find, that are easy to see and easy to find, because you can't have a dance without people there. So find out where it's located and make sure it's easy for everyone else to find too, and look for those clear areas. So for example, CGIX, that's where the dance is, found it. Delt, that's where the dance is, found it. INAP, that's where the dance is, found it twice. So the whole purpose of this exercise is to show you that we talk about these clear breakout areas. The reason why those are important, because we want other people to see them too and recognize that that's a breakout chart. So who's coming? Well, for a true barn burner to take place, the house needs to be absolutely packed. Now, if you don't mind getting there at 8 p.m. right when the doors open and dancing by yourself for a while, be my guest. That's just not me. I'm a horrible dancer and I don't want anybody watching me, especially if I'm the only person out on the floor. I like to wait until there's a line around the block and people are banging on the door for two reasons. So I know it's already starting to pop, but also so I can get in there and dance under the cover, the camouflage of everybody else dancing. And I can leave when I want to, not when I have to, not when I'm just the last person left dancing and they're turning on the lights and closing the doors and I have to leave. I want to be able to leave when I'm ready to leave. So here's what that looks like. Initially you've got, okay, everybody knows where the dance is at. This is where it's happening. It's happening at that $2 mark, even flat right there. Now, people showed up. Popped inside, knocked on the door, got it open, say, hey, no one's here yet. Music's not playing. All right. So we're going to go outside and wait for other people to show up. And that's where you have the line of people starting to form, waiting for that dance to get popping again. And this right here, this trending, the downtrend volume after a breakout, this is my favorite thing to watch, because as soon as you see volume start perking through that downtrend line, it's an indication that that dance may be getting ready to start. So you've got everybody waiting out line. They knocked on the door. Now they're getting impatient. They're thumping away. And pretty soon, everybody gets tired of waiting. Plus, the line's, again, wrapped around the block, and you've got Baby Hulk in here. He just goes to the front, tosses the bouncer out of the way, and tears the door off to get inside. And that's when it starts. When you've got that mad rush of people bottlenecks through that door, and there's only one way to go, and that's in. So when does it start? You need two things for a breakout dance party to get wild. You need the place, the breakout area and price, and you need the people. This is important. You need the people, the volume at that specific and through that specific breakout area and price. And now, real quick, let me back up and say, the reason why that's important is because you could get 3 times average daily volume, but if it's underneath the area that you're looking to break out of or break into in terms of the dance party, then that's not a qualifier. You need that volume and those people to bum rush that door at the actual door at that price. So when does it start? It starts when it's ready. And this is what it looks like. So if you've done this before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I know I have. I've been early to a lot of these bad boys, and it's not fun waiting. So here's my example and what I like to think about when I think about being early to a dance and how painful that can be. So you're there. You know it's dance there. You're there. You're dancing. You're fired up, but you're by yourself. But you're confident because you know everybody's going to come. And here's my comment was, personally, I don't feel comfortable or enjoy being the only person dancing. Napoleon obviously doesn't mind it. And this is what happens. You show up early in a play, and you're sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting for the breakout to occur. But either not enough people know about it, or you're at the wrong place because it doesn't happen, and you're stuck there holding for as long as you can. And when you can't hold any longer, you just bail. And a lot of the times that's exactly, within days, maybe even minutes in your experience, that's exactly when a breakout happens. So I don't like to anticipate. I like to just watch and wait and see it form, build, and develop. And so right here, you've got the one person on the floor. That didn't work. Now, when we move into this next section, when things are actually starting, when everybody knows there's a dance, this is where you get into that classic boys on one side, girls on the other, just staring at each other. And that's where you're seeing that representation in the volume below. Not much happening. Every now and then, though, you get someone from one side crossing over to the other, asking a person to dance. And here's where the analogy comes into play is when you see those little spikes, little perks, but no follow through, that's what's happening. Is someone's going out on the dance floor saying, hey, do you want to dance? Yes. Okay, while we're out there, we're dancing and we're talking, saying, man, I really hope other people come out here because this is going to be fun if we're the only people dancing. Totally, I agree. Let's wait. We'll wait for a couple of minutes. No one comes out to dance, and so those little spikes go back away and become flat again. But when you start getting more of those people walking across the chasm to the other side of the opposite sex to ask someone to dance, when that happens enough, then people will start feeling more comfortable. Also, the later the dance goes on, the more punch people are drinking, the music gets a little bit better, and that's where we're at now when the breakout actually starts. And the difference between Napoleon dancing and what it looks like when it actually occurs is something I like to call the mambo. And yes, this is from West Side Story, and I am totally cool saying I love West Side Story. And you see, everybody's in there. Everybody's dancing, having a good time, jumping around. We got groups, flash mobs, dance teams, etc. And that's the point of this, is when you have all of that volume that only has one place, one area, one direction to go. Sorry, I just don't like saying one direction. Sorry, Zane. Anyways, it's bottlenecked through that door to get in, and that's when Baby Hulk just smashes it down and all those people run in, and you've got those crazy breakout moves. So, anyways, that is the analogy of the dance party and how it applies to breakouts and breakout volume. Hope it helps you guys. Again, I'm a visual learner, so this helps me as that volume builds and develops to identify which ones are actually dance parties and which ones are places where there's just one or two people dancing. So if you guys have any questions about any of this, go ahead and email me at psycho@tradeonthefly.com. Or you can go to www.tradeonthefly.com and submit any questions, comments there, or you can sign up for a free trial. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it and have a good rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon.